Hi, Misha here, and I really like the Austrian Steyr AUG. Did a video relatively recently on them. And now that Steyr USA Steyr Arms is shipping them again, we can talk. And today, let's talk about the AUG A3 NATO, the STANAG AR-15, M16, M4 magazine compatible version, and the pros and cons versus the standard Austrian mag version, and is it worth it? Because a NATO stock has been pretty much optional from the very get-go of this firearm. So here we have a new production, A3 M1 style. Comes with the standard manual, one PMag, I believe it's generation 3. It's in the sealed bag, so I just grabbed a metal mag to put in. And it comes in the standard box. And I must say, a few years ago, there was a lot of talk about the Australian Lithgow F90 coming over. And everyone was really excited and then rather disappointed when it didn't happen. And I have to admit, it would have been neat, but on the other hand, while this is not an F90, it's not far off. Both are derived from the original AUG, and both have long top Picatinny rails, side rails, and both feed from STANAG mags. But you do have to give up a little bit if you want the STANAG version. So, yeah, let's compare and contrast. Why not? I thought about just grabbing my black one, but hey, let's be colorful in this new year. Let's grab another one of the tan ones. This is another recent release. As I said in the old video, these do have cold hammer forged barrels, but now they're nitriding them or something. They're not chromed anymore. They are 1-in-7 twist, and they have 1/2x28 threading instead of the odd 13 mil. They have the QD swivel, and both of these have the long rail. This is for more general optics and magnified optics. Steyr does make a shorter and yet taller rail meant for more reflex sights. So most people still prefer the long rail because it's a little more flexible. So the difference really is just the stock. Of course, they offer these in black, the two colors here, OD green, FDE tan. They also offer them occasionally in white and even some special colors. So looking at the side, we don't see a lot of difference. Both have the same type of ejection port, same oversized trigger guard. Of course, this feeds from the original mags. And remember, when the AUG was designed, there wasn't really a STANAG magazine. It was just the AR-15 M16 magazine, and they thought they could do better. These magazines are made in 30 and 42 rounds, at least standard. They're quite lightweight, but also very durable with a tough polymer body, polymer floor plate. Really only the spring is metal. They do hold open on the last round. It's a really good mag, but it is essentially a proprietary to the AUG. When they go in, I'll set you down for a sec, maybe. They're a little bit of rock and lock, but they're mostly straight insert. And of course this one has the same control here and the same mag. Again, I just grabbed a metal mag to show you what it could do, and they're just a straight in insert. Of course, AR mags are everywhere and most people have them. AUG mags, unless you already own an AUG, you will need to buy for the gun. And prices have been all over the board. There have been times when they've been $50. There have also been times when they've been $10. I'm not even sure where they're at right now. I think the last ones I had and sold were around $30. For good quality European mags, that's not a bad deal. But some people, well, they like having 10 mags per gun. So if you need to buy that, that's at least another $300. Of course, in the past, the price difference between the Austrian mag version and the STANAG version was several $100s, $300, $400, even more sometimes. And what I used to tell customers, for what you're paying extra for the STANAG version, you can buy Austrian mags. Well, today, that's a little different, and I will kind of come back around. But let's flip these over because there are a couple of things you're going to have to give up if you want this. With our traditional Austrian version, we have this plate on the side here. This can be removed so the ejection can be switched to the left side. Now you do need the right bolt to do left side ejection, so the ejector and all that's on the right side. So with the right bolt, you just switch this over, the stock is compatible. You also have an external release or external bolt hold control. This was added with the A3. It did not exist on the original A1 version, although it always did have a last round holdback feature, of course. Hang on, guys. This is not the right angle for this. There we go. Non-reciprocating charging handle. And this came up in the past video. This does work as a forward assist. If you push it in, it locks to the carrier. Just a thing. So now we're held open in the last round, and we can release here. With the NATO version, we lose those features. Move this up for a second. Notice there's no ejection port here. You can see kind of the basic cutout in the stock where it would have been, but it's blank. This is a solid piece. We also don't have the control. Still has last round hold open, thankfully. Could be kind of bad if it didn't. But no way to release it except popping our mag out and then tapping the handle here. I don't know why I did that either. Yeah. Also, no easy way to hold it open without a mag in. So you're losing 2 features. 3 if you count this as a double duty control. Is it worth it? I should also point out that we do have we've got this mag release here. We have this here, same position, but just by nature, we have kind of a secondary release here. At least it can function as one as part of the mechanism. Press it in, actually releases quite nicely. So it does give you a side release control for your magazine coming up here like this. It's a little small, it's not patterned, and that's actually just part of the mechanism, the way it's made. This interacts here, again, because they're making this all kind of work. It does well. Again, they've offered this since the 80s, so this isn't newfangled. They've even offered it for military customers, but pretty much all customers prefer the Austrian mag version because for a military, there's not really a downside. For the civilian market, okay, kind of makes sense. So that's what you're gaining and losing. And one other nice thing, the price on the NATO versions have actually come down. Instead of being several $100s more expensive, now these are only about $100 more expensive. That's far more reasonable. And it actually makes owning one, more practical at that point. When there was $300-400 difference, I would have said, just get the AUG version, the Steyr version. Great mags, you'll love them. But now, for only $100 more, if you don't have to buy extra mags, it might be worth it. Who knows? Let's talk about mag compatibility. Well, I already had a 30-round metal GI mag in, and since it comes with a Magpul mag, we can pretty much assume that works. Let's try an old school 20-round GI mag. Remember, this is surplus, so okay, right in. No ejection problems. See how this holds open. Yep, holds open on the empty mag, and would drop free if I had it vertical. Let's release the handle here again. We don't have the release, so we gotta do this. So it works with the 20, at least it fits. Let's try something even smaller. Got a little 10-rounder here that came with my Midwest. And I'm a little surprised that the 10-rounder fits. Sticks out enough that you could grab it. Not a lot of real estate there. And actually ejects with some pretty good authority. Now if you notice, this one sets in pretty snug, but you can tell there's a pretty good amount of room left in this mag well to make it as compatible as possible. It's really cut back here, so various spine sizes and front to back fit. Let me put the 20 back in to show you. You know, it's not sloppy, but for metal mags and polymer to fit, you kind of need both. So traditional 20s and 30s fit, and even the shorty fits. Now let's grab some polymers. Not being the biggest AR-15 guy, at least when it comes to the most cutting edge and commercial stuff, I don't have a ton of different mags. But one interesting thing that I do have is the current CZ kind of clone or take on the Magpul. Let's see if it works. Clicks right in. Play, but to be expected. Ejects with some authority. And probably will hold open, but let's try it out anyway. Why not? Yep. Holds open just fine. Well, this is a Germanic gun, so let's try some Germanic mags. Here we have an earlier HK translucent polymer waffle mag. Clicks in. Let's play. And here we have the newer or more current HK mag. This came from HK parts. Yeah, fits in just fine. Too. So there you go. But what if you need more ammunition? After all, the Austrian mag version is not only available in 30 rounds, but also 42. Well, how about let's try one of these. A 45 round Russian magazine for the AR, manufactured by Puffgun. These mags have actually proven to be very reliable. Let me sit you down for a sec. Can't get an angle on it. And right in she goes. Ejects just fine as well. So yeah, 3 more rounds than the factory extended mag. Hope you appreciate this. It took me forever to actually dig this out. I didn't know where I'd put it. We used to try these out all the time, and we tried them on several guns. They work well, but I haven't had them out in a couple of years. But what if you need even more rounds? More than 45. Well, I've got a Korean knockoff of a Beta C here. I actually don't have a real Beta C just because I don't really need it, never have. So let's try this out. Somehow. I guess we'll do it upside down. That seems like the easiest way, given everything. And I think we might have finally found our limit. This is not gonna go. The sides just hit this mag well. Say I may be able to force it, but no. No thanks. Drums don't really fit Bullpup guns. The whole stock thing. Plus, this just flaring out. Frankly, it would not be terribly ergonomic for the human behind the trigger. So there we have it. We've tried metal mags of all sizes, a few polymers, even the extended Puffgun, but it won't take a drum. So I guess if you need to blow through, what, $200 worth of ammo, whatever cost is when you're watching this, you're out of luck. Go back to the AR. But I'm actually pretty impressed with the compatibility, at least using the magazines I had readily to hand here. So, final thoughts. I would still probably go with the Austrian mag version, just because AUG mags and an AUG feel right. And you get the external bolt release. And if you're a lefty, it gives you that option there too. However, the recent price reduction for the NATO stock version makes it a lot more attractive to me. And it does make sense, especially as we move into the A3M1, as we kind of go more NATO-y with the pick rail, QD swivel, 1/2x28 threading. This is starting to evolve more into a STANAG gun, much as the Lithgow, the Thal F90. And I do think set up like this, because we weren't able to get the semi-automatic F90, this might fit the bill quite well. It's AUG, it's not a Tavor, it takes AR mags, it has 2 rails, it's relatively modular, QD barrel, and it's a proven design. These are still very much in service today. One other odd thing, this stock has writing on it. This one's boring and blank. Not sure why. So now I ask, what do you, the viewer, think? Which one would you rather have? Heck, which color do you like? Traditional black? Maybe you like the white. Tan? Green? I really am actually very interested to know kind of people's current opinions. It is just nice to see AUGs again. Feels right. And the price hasn't really changed, which is good because everything else has gone bananas. Yeah, these are actually cheaper than an Arsenal AK right now, or even an FB Radom AK. About the same price, little more than a WBP though. Unfortunately, the 9mm, the conversion kits seem to be gone for good, because it's actually a lot of fun at 9mm. But there it is. And I just thought I'd share with you as we move into this new year. As always, if you could please like, share, subscribe, and again, please do comment. It's always fun. And if you'd like to help support the channel in 2022, check out the link to the Patreon page. This is Misha. Catch you very soon next time.